Hi everybody, I'm Palja Dorji, but most people know me as Dasho Benji. And we are here to take you to the 5 best restaurants in Thimphu where you get the best traditional Bhutanese food. Here I am in Kawajasa at the Folk Heritage Restaurant, a favorite place of mine when I want to eat traditional Bhutanese food. So let's go through the dishes first. We have the red rice, the Bhutanese red rice, which is unique to Bhutan. I love the flavor of red rice much more than I do white rice and I feel that it has so much more goodness in it, and it's very filling, especially to the farmer who works hard in the field in the old Bhutanese way. Then in the higher regions where they can't grow rice, they would have wheat or buckwheat, and in Bumtang, places like Bumtang, we would have them make buckwheat pancakes. Here we have chicken with some squash, the very traditional ematati, cheese and chili. Well, you could say it's so popular that it's a national dish now. And the national meat for me by far is my pork. In the old days, we didn't have ice boxes and refrigerators or whatever you want to call them. And so everything was dried. Pork dried, which has the nice layer of fat, is called the sikam. In the old traditional ways, people were not able to eat meat every day. So meat was only eaten on very special festive occasions. But for people who are not so adventurous with chili hot spicy dishes, we've got what we call the pate, or it's like a spinach, a local spinach, and boiled vegetables. Our potatoes make the best kewatachi, and so this is has become a very important part of the Bhutanese diet. The Bhutanese potato has a very special flavor to it. I recommend it to anybody. Even our potato chips are very good. And always accompanying the dish is our eze. And this can be made in various ways, but it has coriander, chilies, cottage cheese, onions, tomatoes, ginger, and it is to make your meal, accompanied with your meal, to give added spice to this delicious meal you're about to partake in. As you know, in Bhutan, we don't have a culture for cutlery, so we have our hands. This rice would normally stick in your hands, so what do we do to make it not stick in our hands? We take normally the gravy, but you can take some of the pork thing and rub it on your hand so that the rice doesn't stick, and you make a little ball. And then I would then help myself to some cheese and chili. Let's put that there. I'll have a kepta, or a buckwheat pancake here, and then my favorite paksha sikam, the chili. Now everything with chilies in Bhutan, we take some additional chilies to eat along with it. And of course, I'm going to definitely have my favorite kewa. So there we go. And then I would have some chicken. Normally we would also have a dish with a gravy, and you could dip this in the gravy. Now, jaju is a traditional Bhutanese dish which goes to wet once and to wash down your rice. That's nice. This is how we would like to end a meal, with a nice cup of hot suja. We're at the Bhutan Kitchen, one of my favorite Bhutanese restaurants where anytime I need some Shimbe food, I drop in with a few of my friends. Let's see what they have to offer us today. Let's see what we have here. Now we've got the rice and we've got karang. We've got cheese, a sort of a cheese cooked in oil. This is always very rich, very, very rich. And have some, but I do recommend that you don't have too much of it because it can be quite heavy on you. Here we have it with red dried chilies. You can have a number of preparations of the chilies. Another one is called shukam. Shukam is a half-boiled chili and then dried. And it's not that hot, but it has a different flavor of its own. For the not so adventurous is your kewatatsi. Patrons more or less like this better than just cheese and chili. So kewatatsi. This is normally a delicacy served on festive occasions, and they're serving it for the lunch. And this is a Bhutanese cheese. A Bhutanese cheese. Now, as this cheese hardens, it becomes what they call churpi. They boil it in butter. And it's very rich and very, and they put sugar in it too. And yes, they have. This is it. So I would say this would more or less qualify as a dessert. Let's see what the ematatsi tastes like. The red chili ematatsi. Very different flavor, and it's not hot. It's got more flavor than the green chili ematatsi. So it's a different taste. It's quite a different flavor to it. So you can see as you go on from restaurant to restaurant, the cooks have their own variations of preparing the same thing. Bhutan Kitchen Eze, they pride themselves on this item as well, where we have a chili dish, and to get it even hotter, we eat some more chilies. Shimbe.